This book, I hope, will help you to get into the psychology of the entrepreneur as we consider the challenges they face, from first having an innovative idea to ultimately marshalling a fully fledged business. We will see that the journey requires passion, courage, self-belief, and initiative, as well as level-headedness, resilience, flexibility, and much else beside. We will explore the psychology behind crucial tasks such as branding, hiring, and scaling up. Even more fundamentally, we will look at how leading entrepreneurs broke free of the niggling doubt that I can't do this, to discover that yes, I can. As Sunil Mittal, head of the vast Indian-based Bharti Enterprises, told Knowledge at Wharton in 2008 about his own early days in business, that defiance of the conventional wisdom, to my mind, was very important, and being determined to challenge that thought that you can't do it as a young entrepreneur. When reading this book, it is worth remembering that the entrepreneurs whose thoughts, ideas, and experiences are explored should not necessarily be regarded as models of all that is good in humanity. Very few have demanded to be put on a pedestal or to be considered as role models outside of the commercial sphere. Many will have had their run-ins with the authorities at one time or another. Perhaps they have violated competition rules or employed questionable systems of labour. Even as I was finishing this book, one prominent entrepreneur was acquitted of defaming an innocent third party after a trial that, despite his acquittal, could hardly be described as edifying. Their presence in these pages is not to promote worship of them as heroes, but rather because, regardless of any particular foibles, they are successful business figures who have had interesting things to say or demonstrate about the art of entrepreneurism. That said, we will also see that it is possible to be a hard-nosed business success and maintain a core of basic decency. Take Richard Branson's observation in Martin Lewis's 1997 book, Reflections on Success. I think that people have the idea of an entrepreneur being the sort of stereotype person who treads all over everybody and bullies their way to the top. There certainly are people like that, and they have managed to get away with it, but they generally get their comeuppance in the end. Indeed, there is plentiful evidence contained herein that entrepreneurism and making the world a better place are far from mutually exclusive. Whether it's the philanthropy of the Silicon Valley mega-rich set, or the sort of principled business dealing championed by the likes of Anita Roddick, she was a woman who perfectly encapsulated her own theory of what an entrepreneur should be like. An entrepreneur is very enthusiastic and dances to a different drumbeat, but never considers success as something which equates to personal wealth. I shall leave the last word with Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, who told Inc.com in 2004, "Entrepreneurship is really more about a state of mind than it is about working for yourself. It's about being resourceful. It's about problem solving." Spot your gap in the market. Opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming. Richard Branson, 2012. The job of the entrepreneur is theoretically very simple. Spot a gap in the market and fill it. Sometimes it might be the case that you provide a good or service that no one else is offering. Other times there may be existing providers, but you work out a way to provide the good or service better or more cheaply, so winning customers to your enterprise and away from your rivals. When considering what market gaps you might fill, the following questions are worth considering. What are you good at? Entrepreneurs have been known to set up businesses in areas where they have spotted a gap but lacked personal expertise. But if you choose to do so, you will need to surround yourself from the outset with people who can make up for the shortfalls in your knowledge and experience. Most entrepreneurs prefer to focus on areas that have some personal resonance. Silicon Valley, for instance, is filled with many more tech geeks than tech phobes. Is your chosen market missing a trick? Is innovation your gift? In 2008, for example, Travis Kalanick